Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy February. This is Steve Clemens, Vice President Life Markets here at URL Insurance Group. Thanks for joining us for our first Friday meeting this morning. Before we do get started today, I wanted to let you know that we have a couple handouts that you can take along with you today. And they will be on the toolbar of the GoToMeeting functionality. So if you go under handouts, we have 4 of them. One is just on our Life Markets department. It's a one-page piece on who to call when you need some help and support for marketing, quote design, case management, etc. The other, we're going to be reviewing a sales idea through Foresters, one of our partner companies here at URL. So I included a Foresters product portfolio that you can download, and you'll have a full list of all of their products and information on the company. And then lastly, as we go through, we have a social media campaign day by day through February that you can plug and play into your own Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn accounts, and generate some additional interest in life insurance with your social connections, and then also some marketing tips of what to do with this campaign. So please keep that in mind over the next half hour or less. You'll have availability of those handouts to download and save. Okay. So without further ado, I'd like to get started in today's topics. And today's topic, we have 2 sales kind of ideas we want to review with you. A buck a day goes a long way, and then the Insure Your Love social media marketing campaign as well. So let's start with a buck a day goes a long way. And I'm going to use myself and my family as an example here for this sales idea. So this is me, my wife Julie, and our 3 kids, Cooper, Delaney, and Addison, who are 11, 9, and 7. And that picture was taken this summer at a ranch we visit almost every year out in Colorado for our summer vacation that we love so much. Let's take a look at this idea. And this is really to provide extra protection for your clients and your families. So in reality, when you're working with your life insurance clients, this is something, if they're a new client, an existing client, it's a very simple idea and concept you can bring to them, and what $1 a day could do, and what a difference $1 a day, putting it into life insurance, could mean for their family. So looking at myself, 41, my wife 40, she'd kill me if I probably told you all that, but looking at that, a 20-year term, so our youngest is 7, that takes her to 27 years of age. Yeah, knock on wood, she's out of the house by then. That would provide $350,000. For me, that'd be $28 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Obviously, my wife Julie, being younger, healthier, and a female, would have a little bit lower rate than I would, at just under $21 a month. If we added our children for $10,000 on our policy, that's just an extra $5 a month. So less than $1 a day per person, per parent, will provide an extra $350,000 of 20-year level term with Foresters. If you chose $100,000 with their simplified non-medical solution at a standard risk, that would be around the same premiums. Now, the difference with that is it's more simplified underwritten. You can get it issued in literally 10 minutes. There's an e-app for both processes. The $350,000 would be medically underwritten at those rates, and the $100,000 would be non-medically underwritten on a simplified basis. That non-medical, though, is also going to take into account someone, who would have at least one health impairment. So if somebody was type 2 diabetic, or obese or had a bunch of a couple different little health issues, they could still qualify for that rate. So yeah, what's the big deal, Steve? It's an extra, bit of insurance for them, but what makes Foresters different is being a fraternal life insurance company and having member benefits, as well as having 3 accelerated benefits for terminal illness, critical illness, and chronic illness. So there's more benefits to talk to about a young family with Foresters. So what are those? Number one, if you're looking at my family, I've got an 11-year-old, 9-year-old, 7-year-old. What keeps me up at night is obviously having enough protection for my family. But not only that, is being able to save for college. So what the Foresters policy does is if the children of the insured or even the grandchildren of the insured can qualify for a competitive college scholarship with Foresters. And what that is, it's a $2,000 annually renewable scholarship for 4 years. Now, the child doesn't have to be valedictorian of the class. They're looking for a minimum of a 2.8 grade point average and 40 hours of community service hours in the last 2 years leading up to the application, a 250-word essay, and a reference letter. Again, it's available to children and grandchildren under the age of 24. So not everybody's going to qualify. Foresters does, I believe, provide 350 scholarships a year. Usually have about 900 applicants, so about 4 in 10 kids are going to get that competitive college scholarship. But certainly an extra $2,000 a year of a scholarship is going to help any family that needs that. There's also an orphan college scholarship, meaning if one of the 2 parents passes away, there's a $1,500 a year scholarship available for that family, guaranteed. If both parents pass away, those children get $6,000 a year for college education, renewable for 4 years, and they can still qualify for the competitive college scholarship. There's also an orphan child benefit. So if Julie and I, as I always say, we go out on a date night, and God forbid we don't make it home, the guardians of our children, this is separate from the life insurance death benefit, would receive $900 a month per child to help raise our kids until they reach age 18. That's $2,700 a month that the guardians would have to help raise our kids, which isn't eating out of our life insurance benefit we're setting aside for our children. So in my case, that's an extra $259,000 of benefit just by having a Foresters life insurance policy. Living benefits. Again, I mentioned that briefly. So any Foresters member who has a qualified benefit, qualified terminal illness, chronic illness, or critical illness, they can accelerate up to 95% of their death benefit for any of these 3 options. So terminal illness, most every life insurance policy has that benefit. Big deal. But it's there if somebody needs it. We gloss over this when we talk to our clients, but these are real benefits that our clients need to know more about. The terminal illness benefit is there. The critical illness and chronic illness benefits are huge benefits that we need to do a better job of talking about to our clients when we have a company that presents it like Foresters. The critical illness protection is great for a family like mine, a family in their early 40s. Anyone in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, think about critical illnesses. Stroke, cancer, heart attack, ALS, major organ failure, end-stage renal failure, Alzheimer's. Those are all critical illnesses that are qualified events. So, I've had friends who, God forbid, have gone through cancer treatments in their late 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s. friend who's had a heart attack in their early 40s. These are real events that happen to our friends, our families, our clients. So when you're working with a young family, whether they're in their 30s or 40s, critical illness is something real on their mind. So God forbid someone in that family has that life event. What does that mean? Well, they may be out of work for a while. They may have some disability coverage, they may not. But if they can get a lump sum of their life insurance benefit as a living benefit, that's going to help them and their family pay the bills, pay the mortgage, do all the things they need to do to provide less disruption in their daily life for them, their children, and their family. Now, the chronic illness benefit is something that we're seeing more interest and activity for a client in their 50s and 60s than their 30s and 40s. But it's good to talk to clients in their 30s and 40s about, because this is what I always like to say, it's not long-term care, but it's a Band-Aid to long-term care insurance. So if your client is unable to perform 2 of 6 forms of daily activity or has severe cognitive impairment, they can accelerate up to 24% of the eligible death benefit in any 12-month period. And they can accelerate up to, over the course of the plan, up to 95% of the total death benefit. So this is going to help with things like home health care, maybe doing some home renovations to make their home more accessible for them if they have a chronic illness, nursing care, all of those things where those bills are going to mount up. The acceleration comes to your client. It doesn't go to a approved facility for reimbursement. It goes to your client. They can use it how they wish. If they have home health care and a nurse coming in, they can pay that. If they have a family member coming in and helping them, they can pay them with that. They are in charge of using that how they deem fit. Another member benefit with Foresters is Legal Link. This is free and discounted legal services. So you can, through Legal Link, you can offer your clients this additional, it's a benefit in the policy, and they will have it, and they can get a free simple will, living will, and an annual update of the will. They'd have representation in small claims court, letters, phone calls on members' behalf when deemed suitable, and they've discounted rates for traditional family law matters. So again, they can, through Foresters and Legal Link, they can get linked up with attorneys in the area that can help them with these things. So again, a young family, maybe they haven't set up a will yet. This is another solution for them to help them with that process. Another cool thing with Foresters is on their policy, you can have a charitable benefit provision. So this does not come out of the death benefit, but if the members want to add a charitable benefit upon their death, Foresters will provide 1% of the death benefit to a charity of their choice, with a maximum payment of $100,000. So in the really large cases, they're going to cap it at $100,000. But they can designate a charitable organization. That's a 501c3 organization, and name them as a beneficiary. So if they're charitable and they have a a charity that's near and dear to their heart, they can certainly name that on their application on the charitable benefit provision. And then again, the buck a day goes a long way solution. It protects your clients for not only the death benefit, but critical illness, chronic illness, terminal illness. There's a college planning benefit, legal planning benefits, guardianship benefits, and charitable giving benefits. So how to use it? Annual policy reviews. Go into your files, look at your existing clients. When you're doing that life checkup or that insurance checkup with your client, talk to them about an extra $1 a day of coverage. Add on to what they have. Any young family could use a Forester's term policy or universal life or whole life policy with these tremendous benefits. It's great if you have a life client, a health client, a property and casualty client, if you're in the financial planning world. These are great additional benefits to help the family. We have scripts and letters you can send out to existing clients and compliant approved pieces through Foresters that will touch on these benefits. Great for new parents and young families, new homeowners, point of sale for obviously in the health insurance world, property and casualty, retirement and investment planning and college planning. So the second piece of this, I mentioned briefly in the beginning, is social media marketing campaign. So Life Happens, nonprofit, through the month of February has their Insure Your Love campaign. And again, for anyone who came into this meeting a little late, we have a handout that you can click on the toolbar and get this social media calendar. The social media calendar will give you a day-by-day, starting today through the end of the month, a post you can put on Facebook, on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. You can put out there on the social media platforms and send information to your social media connections on the benefits of life insurance. So there's a lot of different pieces. Here's just a couple samples of what's out there through the Life Happens Insure Your Love campaign. And these are pieces you can get out there, and they're great soft marketing pieces that you can get to your clients as well as through social media. So one thing at URL, we like to reward you for your business. We have quite a few bonuses going on right now and some exciting things. One of which is our President's Club meeting for 2020. So this will take in account 2019 production. And if you're one of our top 40 broker partners, you'll qualify for our Charleston, South Carolina trip in March 8th through the 11th. We're going to be staying, we're really excited at the newly opened 5-star hotel and resort in downtown Charleston, the Hotel Bennett. We're going to have a lot of activities and different things that we will be sharing throughout the year. You know, if you're unfamiliar with Charleston or even been there in some time, tremendous city. It was ranked #1 in the U.S. and also #1 ranked city for tourist destination by Travel and Leisure. It's ranked #1 for food as the food city in America by Condé Nast Traveler. So if you're a foodie, it's an amazing city to go and eat at some fantastic restaurants. If you're new to URL or a returning agent to URL, we have a quick start bonus for our life business. So a returning agent is anyone who has not placed a piece of life business at URL in the last 2 years. A new agent is obviously somebody new to us. In your first 90 days with life business, you can earn anywhere from $25 to $100 to $250 per case you write. We also have our New Year's bonus in life markets. So this has been going on since the first of the year through March 8th. And if you place 3 paid apps, we have a $100 bonus, 6 paid apps, a $250 bonus, $500 bonus for 7 paid apps, and a $1,000 bonus for 10 paid apps. In our final expense life markets, we have our bonus blitz, and this is going on through the end of March. And it's an extra $100 for 4 paid final expense pieces of business, $200 for 8, $250 for 10, and $500 for 20. And that will run through the end of March. And if you're new to final expense, we again have our fresh start bonus. So if you've not written life business and final expense business with URL, or you have not done so in the last 24 months, we have a $25 per placed final expense app during your first 60 days of writing final expense with URL. And then again, we have our Gemini Partner Program for our Gemini Partner agents. If you are currently not a Gemini partner and want more information on our Gemini Partner Program, you can go to our website, which is at the bottom right-hand corner of each of these slides. It's insgroup.com. Click on our Gemini button, and you'll find more information about our Gemini partnership. As our Gemini partners have a higher level of partnership with URL, we give a higher level of bonus and services back to those very valued Gemini partners. And our bonuses go up from there. So at a $1,000 premium, we have a $100 bonus. At a $2,500 premium, we have a $250 per app bonus. A $5,000 premium, a $500 per app bonus. $10,000 premium, a $1,000 bonus, and anything $25,000 or above is a $2,000 per app bonus. For disability income, we do $50 per app for a $1,000 premium to under $2,000 and a $100 per app bonus for $2,000 and above. When you have a case to work on, you have any questions, your first line of contact in URL Life Markets will be Matt Alina, who is our final expense manager. So if it's in regards to final expense, Matt will be your first line of contact. And if it's for term UL, index UL, traditional whole life, DI, long-term care, Joey Fry is your sales support specialist for that, as well as myself. So we do look forward to working with you on your next case. If you have any questions, I will certainly look and answer those questions you have. And if you have any cases you're working on that you need help with, please give us a call. Our number's there on the screen. And I'll take a look at questions now.